Hi, this is Tamela Staubs of Connect HomeOwners, your local neighborhood expert, and I'm always making videos for people just like you to really learn about what it's like to live, work, and play on the Treasure Coast of Florida. I get calls all the time from people who are looking to relocate to the Treasure Coast of Florida, and I absolutely love it. So if you or someone you know is looking to relocate to the Treasure Coast of Florida, please send a message, give us a call, or drop a comment below. Welcome back to our weekly updates. And I want you to stay to the very end of this video because I do have some updates for you on what's going to happen in 2022. It's really important that you know what's going to happen, whether you are a seller or whether you're a buyer. So stay until the very end of this video and maybe leave me a comment below because I also included for you Palm Beach County on this video. Give you a little bit of what's happening as far as the overall market, as well as what's happening in our local market as well. So let's start out looking at what's happening in our local market. We're going to run through this fairly quickly for you today. 34949, we had active listings 45, new listings we have 4, pending of 1, active under contract 10, closed we had 2 closed listings. We're moving on from there, and we're actually going to take a look at the market overall because we do have those statistics in, and that's going to start feeding into or start helping support all of these local weekly market updates that I'm giving you as well. So let's drop right into that. You're going to notice that the closed sales for the single family homes in 2021 were 589, and in 2020 we had 638. Now I know sometimes this could be a little bit boring, but if you do notice that we have had a percentage change that has gone down, I have some information at the end that's going to support that from some other people as well.
Show that sales remained strong in October, but closed sales of single-family homes were down almost 7% compared to a year ago. So how exactly were they strong? If we compare this October's home sales to 2 years ago, before the pandemic, they were up over 18%. Similarly, condo and townhouse sales, while down 5.6% year over year, were still up 23% compared to October 2019. Low inventory levels continue to hold back the housing market though. At the end of October, single-family inventory was almost 30% lower than it was a year ago, while condo and townhouse inventory was down 54% year over year. This continued lack of supply in the face of strong demand unsurprisingly meant that prices continued to rise significantly on a year-over-year basis. The median sale price for single-family homes closing in October was $358,950, which is almost 18% higher than last October's median of $305,000. In the townhouse and condo category, the median price was up by nearly 18% as well, rising to $260,000.
Not just for me and what I'm doing for you locally. It's really important to work with an expert in the market, and I don't understand how some agents don't know this, be able to share it with you. So I want to bring it to you, and maybe some other agents will watch it and share it with you as well. In 2021, the townhomes, if you look at that other red circle that's on the screen here, that's 99 townhomes closed, and then we're talking about 162 townhomes in 2020, same time comparative last year. That's for St. Lucie County. We're talking month comparison for last year as well. So we're going to take a look from here, going back into 34957. The actives, there were 79. New listings, we have 8. Pending, there were 11. Active under contract, we have 4. Expired, we didn't have any. And closed, we had 8. Now take a look at that map. That's Hutchinson Island a little bit further south, and then we do get over into the mainland of Jensen Beach. I think these maps help a little bit more rather than just a zip code. I think this is giving you a little bit more information. I'm going to talk a little bit quick getting us through because I really only wanted to hold these slides for about 30 seconds each. Getting into 34952, that's going to take us over into the Savannas. This is that large map. This is a very dense area. Hang in there until the end because I've got some information about all of the number of houses being built there. Active 72, new listings 10, pending 14, active under contract 7, and closed 19. Like I said, I know how many permits have been pulled. I'm going to tell you how many properties are going to be built over in that general area. I do break it down into zip codes. 34982, we're going a little bit further north. This is getting us into Fort Pierce area as well. Active 31, new listing 6, pending 2, active under contract was 1, and we had 6 closings in this area. Now notice that this does take us down Indian River Road, so just notice where this map is as well. I think that'll help you out. And as you follow me week to week to week, start noticing these numbers. We always want to keep an eye on the expired well. That tells us what's happening in the market. Let's move down into Stuart. This is 34994. There are active 32, new listings of 4, pending 7, active under contract of 6, and closed 3. As I said before in our videos, pending and active under contract mean that both are under contract. There's a little bit of a difference. Active under contract means that you might be able to see the property and put a backup contract on it. It usually means that it's maybe an inspection period or maybe it's a finance, something like that. Pending means usually that most of the contingencies are already taken care of. Let's see, 34996, we're moving over into Sewell's Point, a little bit further south on the island again, active 20. New listings are 3, pending 2, active under contract was 1, and closed we had 3. Now keep in mind, this is also, I've changed the price point on this, $150,000 up to $1 million. We're not going to throw in the higher price points into these numbers anymore. Now this is a market county snapshot for you. Month over, this is last year to this year, right? 2020, there were 280 single family houses. 2021, 210. That's down by 70 single family homes. If you notice the townhomes in 2020, we had 125. Our closed were down to 102. So that's 24 townhomes less. That means our percentage down, if you notice that right arrow, we're down by 25% on single family homes and down by 18.4%. Now that doesn't mean that the market is not robust. That doesn't mean we're not in a seller's market. If you hang in there with me on this video, you're going to see what I mean by that. I'm going to show you some graphs and I'll show you what's happening in the market. It doesn't mean that we're not in a seller's market. I cannot stress that enough. I'm just letting you know what the numbers are and what has changed. Now, I did bring you this before. This is my top pick of an ocean condo. It's $630,000. Take a look at that top view. What a beautiful view of the ocean. And I love this kitchen. It does have those barn doors that a lot of people are looking at. And what a great remodel. It is located in Jensen Beach. It is an oceanfront condo complex, and it does have an ocean view. They really did an amazing job on this. So if you have interest in this one, let me know. And it does have the washer and dryer in the unit. Now, as promised, I brought you the Palm Beach County numbers again. As I said before, comment below or send me a message. I will be happy to give you your specific community. I have this system that I can give you specifically for your community. Let's do it quickly. 2020, 1,818 properties. 2021, 1,471. That is almost 400 properties below. That's an 19.1% decrease. So what's on the horizon for 2020 and where are the home prices headed in 2022? Thinking about buying or selling or both next year, you'll want to know what to expect. What's coming? I think this one's important for you as well. So let's talk about what's on the horizon for 2022. Now, it's not just what I think, and it's not just what this update is telling you. I'm going to share with you what some other experts are saying. Let's talk about what Fannie Mae says. So Fannie Mae, which predicts a 7.4% home appreciation for 2022, and the National Association of Realtors, which predicts 2.8% appreciation for existing homes and 4.4% appreciation for new homes. Now, remember, I said earlier that there were some permits. Well, I actually have the statistics, the numbers of all the permits that are still out there just for St. Lucie County. And I'll drop in some other counties for you as well as we go through these market updates. Danielle Hale, chief economist at Realtor.com, says that buyers will likely be able to get more for their money in 2022. Home asking prices have decelerated in the second half of 2021, with median listing price growth slipping from a peak at 17.2% in April to just 8.6% in October. So what does that mean for you if you're looking at buying? Well, showing time, which is the system that we typically use to set up appointments, they've said it started to level off. But take a look at those numbers, 170, a little over 170, but take a look all the way back as well. Now, this is really just a comparison 2020, 2021. It's leveling off. That doesn't mean that it has stopped. It doesn't mean that we're not having showings. It just means it's leveling off. It means those crazy numbers that the buyers were seeing where there were 27 offers. Well, I just had one that I had 17 showings and 7 contracts on Monday. So it doesn't mean that they're stopping. It just means we don't have 27 offers. Over the last 5 Septembers, here you see it, 111 in 2017 and 175.5 in 2021. So as I said, it doesn't mean it's stopping. We're still high, but we aren't as high as we were in 2020. Now, remember, that also had to do with COVID because we did have the pandemic. We had a slowdown of showings and we had a lot more showings in the fall season. We do have to be careful with those headlines. Some buyers have become frustrated. Do you think that it's a good time to buy a house? If you notice this number in September, the number dropped. It can be due to a lot of these headlines that are out there. Some of these headlines, they do a lot more to terrify buyers than they do clarify. And one of the things that I want to do is be able to help clarify for you what's really happening in this real estate market. It isn't so much that the market is declining. It's not that it's turning into a buyer's market, and it's not that there's a bubble. Here's something that's really important. If you are in the market to buy, or if you are a seller, as the mortgage rates rise, it will cost more to buy a home. So you might want to buy now. Right now, we forecast mortgage rates to average 3.3% in 2022, which, though slightly higher than 2020 and 2021 by historical standards, remains extremely low and supportive of mortgage demand and affordability. When I bought way back when, it was 6.5 and up to 8%. There's 3 levers for affordability. They are interest rates, home prices, and wages. Those 3 factors, well, we've got interest rates being up and home prices going up, but the wages have not necessarily gone up. Okay, let's not get controversial about that, okay? But if the interest rates go up and if the home prices go up, you have 2 factors that change the affordability. Having said that, buying now before the interest rates increase is mission critical to that affordability lens. Take a look at this. Mortgage rates, Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed rate, as they start to tick up, we're talking about a 3.5% average. Do you remember back when it was 2.5%? Well, I do. The houses were down. That could mean a difference in your mortgage payment. There's some people out there right now that are FHA qualified. They're not qualifying anymore if it moves a 0.5%. Some of those people may not. So here we are averaging to about 5.1% appreciation. So I just talked about if the interest rate goes up, if the home price goes up, if we talk about another 5.1% appreciation, if that's the average that it goes up, and these are all Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, we're talking about Zellman, and I get my statistics from them. So just so that you know, it's not just me saying. And here's something else for you. I talked about this at the beginning of the video. The units to be built, 1,578, and that's just in that grid where it's number 7. That's 34952 and 34982. You want to be aware there are some new homes coming. That's 1,578 permits that are still available to be built in that zone. What does that mean for you? Well, it could mean an awful lot of things. It could mean that the traffic could increase in that area, but it also could mean that there's a lot more people moving to that area, and it could mean that the home prices could go up. It all depends on what happens with the interest rates. And that's exactly why we're staying with these reports. It's so important to stay up on these reports, and it's so important to know what's happening in this real estate market. Oh my goodness, look at what happened to my hair. Anyway, you don't care about my hair. You care about what's happening on this real estate market, as we've talked about so many other times. So that's what's happening in the real estate market. Stay tuned. I did get one of the community videos out there. We've got a lot more to come. If there's a community that you'd like to know about, I do have a report. I could send you a 28-page report on your property alone. You can also get a relocation guide below. But if you'd like to know what's happening in your community specifically, I'd like for you to go down below. You can fill in your information. You'll click on that link below, fill out your information, and I'll be happy to send you a report about your specific area and what's happening specifically in the market right around you. We've seen a lot of home appreciation over the last year. You might be surprised to know what's happening with your specific home. So if you're in the market to buy or you're in the market to sell, it's a really great time to understand exactly what's happening. So until next time, this has been your market report.